Here she is. Here she is, just coming back from Vienna. How are you? It's good to see you too. So we spent the first night at an Airbnb in Dover. Jenny doesn't know where we're going, but she knows we're going on a long road trip. So how are you doing, Jen? Looks like you're eating breakfast, and it's what time? 6:41 in the morning.
After 2.5 hours sleep, I'm good. How come you're going to France with a car?
Who said we're going to France?
Because it says frontier control and I can see the French flag.
Frontier control. Where's the French flag?
We don't know how to drive in France. I think we should put the camera down because usually they don't allow us here. Apparently, it looks like so far that we're going to France because we just passed a border control at Dover. So I'm very, very confused. Okay, this is different.
Very different indeed, yeah. Here we are pulling away from the port. The White Cliffs of Dover. It's quite a simple checking in process. All we needed was our passport, of course, and our booking confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now arrived in the port of Calais. The time is 5 to 10. Well, very like to thank you for travelling with us this morning. We hope you enjoyed your crossing and we wish you safe on the journey.
Let's go to the car and start the journey. If you're driving your car from the UK, on the continent you will need headlight converters. It's quite cold actually. Driving the right hand side of the road, which is always a good start. Alright, so now we are in Belgium. So where are we now?
We're in Germany somewhere.
Whereabouts in Germany? Well, we stopped at this amazing service station and got a quick McDonald's. So throughout the journey we stopped at various Airbnbs across the continent. It wasn't too bad, but this was our first experience. Okay, it's 5 in the morning and we're about to leave. But we've got that noise that we've been woken up by. That's been going off in the morning since about, I don't know, 3 o'clock. We are about 48 minutes out or 86 kilometers outside of Munich.
Take exit 39 at Continue
Ausfahrt. Okay, so I really should have paid more attention during German lessons at school, because if I had, then I would have known that Ausfahrt isn't the name of some city that was copied and pasted at the end of every junction, but in fact means exit.
Hello.
Alright, so we're in Munich right now. We're just hitting the German market. Here's the German market behind us. And we're going to go and check out what it's all about.
Yes.
Prices aren't too bad, is it? The Christmas market was actually quite impressive. The prices weren't too bad, plenty of entertainment, and it's just something we've always wanted to do. Visit the German market in Germany.
Okay, so right now we are on a petrol station and getting some real Bavarian petrol.
Real stuff. Yeah, you can go and buy the vignettes from over there, apparently.
Where are we?
In Austria, I believe.
Are we?
The thing about driving in Europe is that it's so easy to just go over the borders without noticing it.
Yeah.
9 minutes past 4, we're just driving through Austria right now.
I don't know if these are the Alps, but it looks quite impressive.
Now, when you drive into Bulgaria across Europe, you will need to buy vignettes to cross certain countries. Most of these vignettes can be purchased online, but for some countries, like Slovenia, at the time of this recording, you can only buy them in person. But that's fine, because you can buy them from most service stations, either on the bordering countries or as you cross over the border into the country.
It's still raining. I'm in the Alps! So exciting!
Yep, we're in the Alps. We can't really see much at the moment, but there's some huge mountains over there and it's snowing.
It's so different to being such a remote, beautiful, distant, unexpected place. It's snowing and it's Christmas Eve. It's like, yeah, it's amazing. It just doesn't happen every day.
So we've got a few more hours to get to our destination for the day. We're playing with the alpine snow.
Alpine snow.
It's a sight to see. I've never seen it before in my life. Now this is a first. We're actually all following a snowplow. Never had to experience this before in the UK. And like I said, all of a sudden it's just started snowing. Which is good because, not good, but it's good that we got our winter tyres. There are certain, if you're driving through Europe, there are certain countries where it's a legal requirement to have winter tyres between certain months of the year. I can't remember exactly what months they were. It is now 11 minutes past 7 and we are reaching the border of Slovenia.
Slovenia? Wow, I never thought we were in Slovenia.
You didn't?
No? Passports?
Oh no, passports. What are we going to do, babes? What are we going to do?
I have no idea when my passport is due.
Oh no. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You've got no passports.
You've got, where are the passports? Didn't they ask us about that? At the border?
Oh no, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to keep asking you.
No passports! No! No! I don't think we need passports because Slovenia's in the EU and you're an EU citizen, I believe. Are you not?
That's not how it works.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, so we're going to find out then what happens. What do you mean it's not how it works?
You're not asked for identification only because you're part of the EU.
Okay.
Different types of identification are allowed, but that doesn't mean that they wouldn't ask you for identification.
Well, tune in for episode 2 when we find out if we need our passports. Okay, so as it turns out, crisis averted. We didn't need the passports. However, we did need to pay €7 something again, even though we have already purchased a vignette. So I'm not too sure why that is. Right, so we've just left Ljubljana, Slovenia. Well, we're still in Slovenia. Just left Slovenia, and it's now 4:44 a.m. No.
6:45.
6:45 a.m. Okay, so we're at the Croatian border now. How many borders are we going to go through? It's funny how some borders have border control and some borders you just drive through. Is Croatia part of the EU?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
Right. Well, we've got to show our passports anyway. Check out the police cars, they're all there and ready to go, just in case somebody comes into their country they don't like. So we're approaching the Croatian-Serbian border, which I suspect would be, if anything, the only place where we would get any sort of resistance, because Serbia is not part of the EU. Oh, and also you'll need to have a GB sticker stuck on your car, which we've just done at the service station. Okay, so we made it over the Serbian border, no hitches. I forgot to mention one thing, which I have got. If you're travelling by car, you need to have the registration documents for your car. So I've got the registration documents, and I've also got a copy of them, just in case something happened, because they will ask for that.
This one was really like trying to, was looking at us hard and trying to decide and huffing and puffing to see if we're gonna check the car or let us go. But yeah, it's, I don't know why we look like we have something to declare in a car that we can barely fit in ourselves.
Here we are going through Belgrade, yep, in Serbia. And this seems to be one of the only few, if not the only city, where we're actually going through the centre instead of on a ring road around the city, which is quite different. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely becoming a lot busier. How are you finding it so far?
Yeah, these blocks of flats remind me of Bulgaria.
Right.
This building looks interesting, but I have no idea what it is. Some kind of a phone tower, maybe. Yeah, I just hope that we'll cross the country quickly and without any problems.
4 hours 29 minutes left, apparently, through Serbia.
And here we are. Hello, Bulgaria!
Bulgaria. Yeah.
Nice to see the sign for home.
Let's see if we get into the country.
Yes, we are going to get into the country in a bit.